What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and we're back with another live stream. Y'all been killing it this week, so I'm coming back with you. More live streams because y'all are the best. Let's get right into it, though. I can't be here long. I got a flight today. I got to go. I got to peace out, but we're going to recap that monstrosity. Is monstrosity a good word? That monstrosity of a press conference today? Oh my God. First of all, thank you for everyone coming out. Appreciate you in the chat. What's up? How you doing? But I don't know about you. I'm gonna wait for this truck to drive by. I don't know about you, but what just happened was exactly what I said on the stream last night. If you were there, you know, I said two things were gonna happen. Cal McNair is gonna sleepwalk through this, and he's only gonna make himself look worse, which is what he did. We'll check mark there. And Nick Caserio, Nick Casserole, he's going to say all the right things. He's going to look like a saint compared to Cal. He's going to look like he knows what the hell he's doing. And he's going to look like the experienced guy. He looked like a better communicator. And he stayed on message and he said all the right things, right? That's exactly what I said yesterday, right? Because he knows what he's doing for the most part. Yeah, I called it. Exactly. Did I make stream Maddie? This one's for you, my guy. This one's for you. Finally got one. You to make it. Finally got it. Hey, thank you, the Rob C5000. Thank you for joining the team, brother. Let's check out the Discord and all the great stuff for you. Yeah, so I'll get to Cal in a second, but you know, let's stick with some of the positives, I guess, with Casserole. I mean, he said all the right things. He had more detailed, in-depth answers, and that was good. And the one thing that I really was the positive for me to take away from Casserole was the fact that you guys noticed that he kind of took some of the questions away from Cal. He kind of buttoned in, like, I want to answer this first. And he even cut off Cal sometimes to get his point in. And number one, that shows he has an understanding of Cal is not the type of guy you want in front of the camera all the time. He doesn't know what the fuck to say. And number two, it kind of shows that, you know, he's not scared to step on Cal's toes. I think that's the big takeaway from today is Caserio is not scared. You're talking about his first public moment with Cal, and he has the balls to cut him off and to take the question first. So I really like that because I think it speaks to, you know, he's going to put the hammer down and his foot down throughout the process when they do, because he even said they're going to have a collaborative effort with Cal and with Joe Keesby. When they're making decisions, it's going to be a collaborative effort. But today showed that, you know, I really hope Casserole, he's going to be man up, right? And he's going to do shit his way. What's up, Spratty? What's up, all my Texans Thoughts team members? Appreciate y'all. What's up, my guy? How you doing, Scottish Texans? He saved Cal's house twice for making it exactly twice. We'll get to Cal. We'll get to Cal in a second. I want to talk about some positives first because, oh my Lord. What else do I got to say? About Casserole, he did say, you know, the head coach is going to have the same personnel. I like that. I think, you know, the two, GM and head coach, they have to be on the same page, right? In figuring out what fits the head coach's scheme, what type of traits they're looking for. So I like that. I think that's all I got on Casserole in terms of the positives. There were still some negatives, in my opinion. If you listen to how he talks and kind of the lingo he uses, you can't tell me that doesn't remind you of Bill O'Brien. Right? And it makes sense. That's how the Patriots are. Whether it's Casserole learning from Bill O'Brien learning from Casserole, it's probably Bill O'Brien learning from Casserole. But the relative to, I heard that all the time. I threw up in my mouth every time I heard that. Jesus Christ. Frustrated isn't even the correct word, brother. Not even the right word. Absolutely not. They came out here thinking this was going to make them look better, and it only made them look worse, in my opinion. Thing we all didn't want to hear. The thing we all didn't want to hear. Shout out to Brian Smith of the Chronicle for actually asking the tough questions, actually talking about and bringing up the hashtag fire Eastby, hashtag sell the team. He brought it up, so credit to him for having the balls to do that. But they tiptoed around it, man. And Casserole said that he's got a great personal relationship with Joke. He's got a great personal relationship. That's not what you say if you plan on firing a dude. That's just not what you say. So I was very discouraged by how they tiptoed around everything Joke related. Hell, I was very discouraged that Joke isn't there himself right now. Like, why is he hiding? Huh? Why? He has still not said a word since all the allegations have been made against him. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Dirty Gun says John McClain too, especially calling out the head coach search. Yeah, you know, here's the thing: is like the vet reporters, they can do that because they've got tenure. They've been there. They're not just going to get thrown out to the streets if they ask one bad question, right? But you got some of the new guys in here. They can't always take that risk. So that's why I was kind of the older guys. John V, what's up? TU staff should have run this press. Oh, we would have killed it. We would have done such a better job than them. Oh my lord. From the mic quality, y'all heard the mic quality? That shit was like 2001, bro. Oh my lord. Whoever thought nothing Texans can do in the offseason to make fans happy? That's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. And I guess I'll transition to Cal talking about the monstrosity that he was. The first thing that everyone notices when he's doing his little spiel is this man is just staring into the teleprompter and reading like a robot with no fucking emotions or will to live. Like, come on, man. Come on. You're not even trying. You're not even trying to make it look like you care about this team. That hurts me as a fan because it's just the effort. Like maybe you don't say everything right, but just show like you're passionate. You do want to actually have this as a winning franchise. But he couldn't even do that. Now, I'm not going to hold that so much against him because Cal, he's not a public speaker. That's fine. Whatever. We know he's not even stood up for this owner job, let alone to talk like properly. So I'm not going to hold that too much against him. But like to your point, nothing Cal can do will make fans happy. There's nothing he can do at this point apart from win and just shut up and get out the way. That's literally it. Yes, that's true. Okay, you're right. He has emotions. He cried for whatever reason. I don't know why the fuck he cried. Oh my lord. So sad that E3 ain't getting fired. I'm absolutely with you, my guy. So sad. What else do I got to say about Cal? Yeah, just tiptoeing around the whole joke Easterby thing. This man brought up the ice bucket challenge. He proved what we all think. He's a kid. He is still a 16-year-old teenager who's caught up in the ice bucket challenge trend. And he's not suited out for this job. Like his answers were completely just out of left field. Like talking about ice bucket challenge, talking about a wall. What the fuck? Just read the room, Cal. Read the room. And then the other thing, talking about firing Easterby and kind of the success of the team. They talked about him like how this being such a bad down season, and Cal talked about, oh yeah, the game I went to, there were so many great fans just filling the stands. So in that sense, it was successful, right? That was basically the sentiment of what he was saying to that one question, talking about, hey, we fill the stands, it's successful. And that's what we've been saying all damn along about Cal. That's all he cares about is the bottom line and his pockets. And I didn't think he'd be dumb enough to actually admit it in a presser. But here we are. That to me was horrible. The fact that he actually admitted that. And then him just not taking it seriously, asking how the reporter's golf game is. He's trying to be all buddy, not take it seriously when reporters, they're trying to do their job. They're trying to hold him responsible because we're pissed off. And all he can do is laugh in our faces. Laugh in our faces. This man, oh my lord. Cinnamon, yeah, that's probably the next one. Cinnamon challenge, bro. Oh my god. We filled the stands when we were super. Exactly. Like he has no idea how to read the room. That was the main thing, is that he honestly, like, after his teleprompter speech in the beginning, when they were actually asking him questions, you could just tell he wasn't prepared for anything. The reporters finally didn't just give him layup questions all day, just the easy ones that he doesn't even need to prepare for. They asked him some tough questions and no preparation was done. It caught him off guard, and that's why he has to throw out these random ice bucket challenges and building a wall like bullshit. So the fact that he's not even prepared, he ain't got a clue, like Maddie says. I hope you're right, guys. I hope you're right. I hope it's Nick's franchise, man. I really do. Hearing him made it clear why we went downhill. Everything starts at the top. Everything starts at the top. And if ownership ain't competent, it makes it very, very hard for everything else to flow down competently. Will Deshaun be involved in the head coach search? They didn't answer that. All they said that they're going to apologize to him. And that's what they should be doing. But they didn't they didn't admit that, they lied to him, that they broke his trust. They did not admit that. That would have been good to hear. They didn't say he's going to be involved in the head coach search. They said it's going to be a collaborative effort, and Cal, Joke, and Caserio are going to work together. Now, Caserio did say that Joke's not going to be handling personnel, not going to be doing free agency, draft, all that stuff. He's going to return back to his role with the Patriots, a similar role. That is what he said. And I want to be positive about this, man. I want to be positive about what Caserio said because he said all the right things. He did. I'll admit it. But I just can't trust it yet. Why? What has he shown us to put trust in him? Of course he's going to say Jack isn't going to have a role. Of course he's going to say he's not involved in personnel. He's not going to just admit it. That's just going to blow up in his face. Thank you very much, H-Town Henry, for joining the Texans Thoughts team and becoming a new member. Appreciate you, my guy. Check out the Discord. Check out all the great content I got for you. Why hasn't the rest of the family stepped in and fixed this? Is a better question because they're all incompetent as well. Janice can't do shit either. She doesn't know what she's doing either. But talking about the Joke used to be thing, like, I'm telling y'all, as long as he's in the building, I'm not going to be optimistic about his outlook and his control because he's a snake. And even if Caserio tries and puts him in his place, he's a snake who knows how to slither up the chain of command. And he's shown that he is in Cal's ear. And that's all that matters because I'll leave it at that. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. So Jack's job is to serve the people, the players. Jack has failed to do his job and he should be fired. Shout out to everyone who's in the YouTube chat and was spamming that Fire Easterby. Fire Easterby, sell the team. This is horrible. Joke is a cancer and everyone knows it. He has to go. Hopefully, eventually Caserio will see it and get him out of here. Yeah, Caserio again, he's still a little green bean Caserio, still a green bean Caserio. Today, I don't think there's too much good or too much bad to take from what he said. Again, I'm not trusting their words. I'm going to trust their actions. But he's a green bean Caserio, I've heard a lot of good things about green bean Caserio's. Heard a lot of good things. Just like I've heard a lot of good things about the Patriots organization, and a lot of people say good things about Nick Caserio, right? But I never had a good green bean Caserio before in my life. I never had no success from the Patriots tree in my life. So I'm a little hesitant. That's all I'm going to say about that. Firing Easterby would go a long way. Yes, sir, David Johnson. I had to look at your profile picture for a second. Make sure you weren't number 31. But yeah, I think it's up to Deshaun Watson to really push that. But the thing is, I don't think Deshaun Watson's problem is with Joke. His problem is with Cal and how Cal broke his trust. I'm not so sure how much Deshaun knows about the Joke situation. And he's probably been told by Cal and by other people he trusts in the organization that, Joke's fine. So I don't think he knows as much of a problem as Joke actually is. I don't. Where's Manhattan? One big positive, D4 is our quarterback. He's not requesting a trade. We shut that down last night. Absolutely, man. Castro don't like barbecue, bro. Jeez. That's what it seemed like, my guy. That's what it seemed like. Where's Manhattan? We need you, bro. Hey, Manhattan, come through with a different YouTube name. We won't snitch. I just tweeted this. Hard to build a structure brick by brick if your foundation is cracked. Yes, sir, Thompson fan. Thank you for always supporting me on Twitter, by the way, and all of this. Yep. You can't stack a brick on a brick when your first brick is incompetent and cracked and broken. Because one day it's going to all come crumbling down. And we saw that this season. Cal has already been that faulty brick. But we put Bill O'Brien on top of him. We put Joe Easterby on top of him. We put all these other horrible moves trying to stack a brick on a brick because we trusted the wrong people. And it didn't work because the foundation was cracked. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Doritos casserole. That sounds fire. That sounds fire. Now this is like the ooh, look at that pasta casserole, man. Look at that. With little, they got them shells in there. Some like ground beef or something, some cheese, some salt. That's what we talking about. He gets us to the playoffs. We talking about pasta casserole out here. That's what we talking about. Oh my god, I gotta catch up on these comments. I'm not gonna be here that long. I gotta go, but I love talking to y'all. Going to start texting chat. Former Auburn Ben Tate will be my guest and discuss the whole situation. Time to get real tech. Hey, that'd be a great talk. I missed anything from today's stream? Okay, let's recap real quick. Casserole said all the right things. He presented himself well. He showed actual enthusiasm and passion about, improving this team. He said all the right things, man. He said Joke wasn't going to be involved in roster and personnel stuff. But he also said a lot of Patriot stuff, a lot of relative to a lot of, kind of these motivational things. Like he didn't say tough, smart, and dependable, but he said other stuff like me over I, we over the team, bullshit like that. And I don't know. But Cal, on the other hand, nothing good to say. Not one good thing to say. He fucked it up big time. He just only made himself look worse. Absolutely. Hire Marvin for head coach. Marvin. What's up, Marvin? How you doing in the chat, brother? My guy Mark says someone needs to shove that SI article. Yeah. I don't get how that's still out there and he doesn't have a job. He's right about the Eberflus. Yeah. Pat's not going to be out on every show. I didn't even think Pat was going to be on last show. It's just me today. Okay, let's talk about, Michael Lamb says, Deshaun talking about there's too many different minds, too many different people that think they have this power, and it's not like that. Has to be referring to Joke. That's true. Maybe he does know then. That's a good point, Michael. That is a good point. I forgot about that. That is a good point. Let's move on, though, to the Eberflus. The Eberflus, boy, that was a tough thing to wake up to. Look good for the camera, exactly. It's all PR, man. It's all PR for them. It's all PR. But let's talk about Matt Eberflus. And I'm more pissed off because I had a great video coming for y'all. I had a great video coming for y'all where I was going to talk to a Colts expert about everything about Matt Eberflus. He's going to break down his scheme, how great of a leader he is, and he knows a lot about Eberflus because he's talked to numerous Colts players. So that was going to be amazing. But I guess we ain't doing that no more. And to start, Eberflus did not deny our request because he wants to focus on the playoffs. That's not why. Because he's still getting interviewed by the Jets and I believe one other team. It's because he saw the ineptitude, the monstrosity that is Cal McNair, Joke Easterby. He saw how horribly run this franchise is. He saw that the quarterback doesn't even trust the franchise. So why would he want to be a part of that? Why would he want to leave a really well-run Colts organization? Or why wouldn't he want to be a head coach somewhere else that doesn't have all this dysfunction? As hard as this is for me to say, we are the worst run organization in the NFL. The worst, hands down. It's not the Jets anymore. It's not the Browns anymore. It is the Texans. And I hate saying that. It makes my heart hurt. But, I'm not going to sugarcoat things for y'all ever. I did, my guy Alpha. I did go check out the channel. I talked about my thoughts on Joe Brady and, how I don't actually think he's ready for it. How I talked about how it's a big risk. And I talked about the pros and cons too. He does have a high ceiling, but definitely go check that out. It does look like It's Joe Brady, man. I really think Joe Brady's their guy. I really think Joe Brady's their guy. I think it's been penciled in. I think they have a handshake deal, but they just kind of have to string this out a little bit to make it look like they didn't rush through this hire. And I'm going to believe that until they try and request Eric Bieniemy or Robert Saleh or Brian Dabble. That's what I'm going to believe, man, because that's all we have to go off of. That he killed his interview and that Joke Easterby likes Joe Brady. That is all we got to go off of. And if Joke likes someone, they're getting hired. Honestly, maybe. I don't know much about any other sports, man, but Jesus. It might be worse than the Knicks and Dolan, bro. It might be, yeah, low-key. I didn't think you do a live stream before your flight. Really appreciate it. And last night, Manhattan did tell us Eberflus wouldn't interview. Manhattan, man. Wherever you are, if you're listening to this on a different name, you're the real one, man. You brought the info. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's not the Jags. I don't know, man. It's clear how easy it was to manipulate Cal. So easy. Easterby has him wrapped around his finger. Because Cal's not ready for this job. He's not. And I'm sorry I'm being negative. I'm sorry, but it was a soccer team who had convicted criminal. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. At least Cal ain't no criminal. That is pretty bad. Thank you, David Johnson. He's a smart offensive mind, but he doesn't have the experience Kingsbury 2.0. Here's another thing that makes me worried about Joe Brady. When you're an inexperienced guy, and I talked about this last night, but when you're an inexperienced guy, you tend to trust everyone, especially trust the people who've already been in that organization and people have already been in, a power position. And then you would think that you know what they're doing, right? When you walk into your first job, your first new job, you trust your boss, you trust your boss's boss, you want to trust all your employees, right? Because you don't know any better. You just don't. You haven't experienced shady people. And that's what makes me worried about Joe Brady. He hasn't experienced a whole lot. He hasn't experienced the good. He hasn't experienced the bad. Okay, he's experienced some good, but he hasn't experienced the bad. And when you're a younger person like that, it makes it a lot easier for you to get manipulated, controlled, and puppeted by one Jack Easterby. Because you want to trust him. You want to. And you don't want to step on anyone's toes when you're first coming in here. If you're older, you're more experienced, you're a leader and you're not going to have nothing. Like if you're a Robert Saleh, Robert Saleh is coming in here and he's not going to just be a yes man. He's not just going to be a yes man. And my worry is Joe Brady is going to turn into a yes man. It really is, bro. Can I do a video of Joe Brady not roasting him? I'll do videos more about Joe Brady and the offensive scheme that he'll bring. And I'll talk more about, how it fits with Deshaun Watson, how it fits with Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, whatever new weapons we sign. I'll probably do that later in the offseason once all those moves are made. And, I'll talk about kind of what types of players that they could be looking to go after to fit his scheme. I'll definitely be doing that. But, just because they hire him, it's not going to change my mind on what I think about him. I'm not just going to flip-flop like that. But it's not like I'm not going to root for him. I want him to be great. I want him to be the next Sean McVay. Absolutely. Keys to the castle for Caserio. Absolutely, bro. How do we get off Cal and Joke? I'm not sure there's a good answer there, man. I'm not sure. What's the best draft for the Texans? Just go BPA. Get you the best player on the board in the third round, ideally a defender, ideally someone in the trenches, but just go BPA. The free agency is where you go fill your needs. Draft is all about BPA, and we'll know better when we get down to, what is it, February? No, it's later than February. May, April, that's when the draft is. We'll know better. Don't worry, I got y'all. I got tons of draft content. But why do you think it's going to be Brady? He has no Patriot connection. Well, because he's the only guy they've interviewed other than Marvin Lewis and Jim Caldwell. And Eberflus ain't interviewing anymore. And we know it was reported from all the Houston Chronicle guys that Joe Brady killed his interview. And it was also reported by two bigger reporters. It was Mike Garofalo, and it was either Ian Rappaport or someone else, but that Joe Easterby loves Joe Brady, and that's his guy. And what Joke Easterby wants, Joke Easterby gets, unfortunately. All right, let's try and end this on a little bit more of a positive note, hopefully. Do you think Jack can manipulate Nick, or does Nick seem like he can guide the ship? I really think that he can. I really want to believe that. I think what he showed today is he's not gonna let Cal kind of run his mouth and be inept and make himself look worse. And so I hope that he has that same willingness to put his foot down with Joke and to say, fuck you, no, we're doing shit my way. Now, he did say in the press conference that at the end of the day, he has the final say. So I hope, but I would be a lot more confident in that if they weren't buddy-buddy. If he didn't just say in this press conference that he has a great personal relationship with him. Bring back Dre. Bring back Fino. Yes, sir. Stop buying merchandise and tickets. Make Cal's pockets hurt so he sells the team. You can watch games from home. Yep. Get rid of those. Sell your season tickets. Sell your season tickets, my guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not going to tell you to actually do that. You can do whatever the hell you want, but it needs to be something drastic for Cal to sell the team or Cal to fire Easterby. Hamza or Cisco? Hamza all the way. Cisco's very inconsistent. I see like the highlight plays, like you love the interceptions, but he's very, very inconsistent. And safeties, highlights can make them look really good. But you watch the film, you watch every snap of every game, and I know that's tedious, but that's how you really evaluate a player. And Cisco's very inconsistent. He has a high ceiling, but he needs a lot of coaching. And so I'd rather go Hamza. He's just a freak athlete. He has the same super high ceiling that Cisco does because of his athleticism, because of his size. But he's a better tackler. He's got better instincts. He's good at man coverage as tight ends. I think he's going to be a tackle machine. I love Hamza. No second round pick, my guy. I'm sorry. My thoughts. Who has a better resume than Eric Bieniemy? He's called plays with Patrick Mahomes' entire career and has learned under Andy Reid. I'll wait. Hey, he's more proven than he's got more experience than Joe Brady. That's all I'm gonna say. Pause. No, your flight really took off. My flight is tonight. I'm all good, Maddie. All right, we're gonna end this here in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Draft crush, Marvin Thixon. Let me get y'all. Marvin Thixon out here on Texans. Okay, I can't. I'll do it next time. But Marvin Wilson, defensive tackle out of FSU. He's exactly what we need, a big boy nose tackle to help us with our league worst run defense. And he can get after the quarterback a little bit too. He's one of my draft crushes. I also like Jarrett Patterson, the running back out of Buffalo, De'Ami Brown and Daz Newsome, wide receivers out of UNC. Quick draft crushes for you. What do you prefer in a prospect, athleticism or fundamentals? It depends where you're drafting. Because we're drafting later in the draft, you're not going to get these polished prospects. So I kind of want guys that have a high ceiling, that have that elite athleticism, but you do need to coach them up a little bit, right? Because you can't teach speed, you can't teach acceleration, explosiveness, right? But you can teach them to read a defense and to read their keys, right? So, but fundamentals is a different thing, like hand technique and stuff like that. It's cherry on top, basically. Marvin Thixon, yes sir, Tom, aka Mark. Hopefully Deshaun uses this as leverage and forces the coach he wants into the locker room. I hope so, man. I'm going to be a lot more optimistic when I see that little Twitter notification that says we request to interview Eric Bieniemy. But until then, man. I love Robert Rochelle or De'Ami Brown. Yes, sir. De'Ami Brown, man. De'Ami Brown. Justin Wood says, if someone who doesn't know football could easily manipulate Cal, is it calming that we have someone now that does know football to execute a vision? That vision won't involve barbecue. It should be. It should be calming that, the bar was so low with Bill O'Brien and as a GM, the bar was so low. Anything above him is going to be good. And Castro definitely has more experience here as a GM. I talked about how I want experience out of the head coach position, and we got experience with the GM position. So I definitely hear you. Yeah, we're not trading Watson. Don't worry, y'all. We're not trading Watson. But hey, Luca Eckhart, butchered that. Always do. thank you, my guy, for joining the team. If you guys do want to join, in the description, there's the join button and there's the link to that as well. You join the Texans Thoughts team. You get access to exclusive content, exclusive monthly videos. I also got a bunch of NFL draft videos. I know I got some draft guys up in here right now. Looked at about 20 guys. I'm just giving you my live thoughts, breaking down their film. I got bloopers of me in player interviews up there now as well. And we got an exclusive Discord with a bunch of guys just shooting the shit, man, talking Texans, talking life. And it's great. Oh, Puka. See, Mark knows about Puka because of my draft videos. What's up from Germany? Part of the gang. Let's go, my guy. Thank you. Matty ain't on the EB train. There's question marks about EB. You know, his questionable pass, red flags with his character, kind of like that. And also, he doesn't actually call plays. He makes the plays. He comes up with the design and the game plan with Andy Reid, but he doesn't call them. But I don't know. I still think the positives outweigh the negatives. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Bro, I've been watching you since spring of last year. Keep it up, bro. Also, who did you want as a coach since Bieniemy didn't get interviewed? Thank you, my guy, for watching me for that long. It's been crazy, this journey. Awesome, love it. Dabble's my number one guy right now. He's the offensive mind that we need. He consistently puts up great games this year against elite competition. Like, they are the hottest offense in the league right now. They are a better offense right now than the Chiefs. And they don't have Patrick Mahomes. They don't have Tyreek Hill. They don't have Travis Kelce. Damn. And you want to talk about the elevation that he's helped with Josh Allen? What the hell is he going to do with Deshaun Watson? He's going to make him Jesus. So, and he's also got years of experience, 20 plus years of coaching experience. So I'm all on the Dabble train, man. Yeah, he did not do good in his time with Colorado. I like him. Ramondre Stevenson, he reminds me a lot of Deontay Foreman, actually. And I was really high on Deontay Foreman. Manhattan called it. Our guy, Manhattan, appreciate you. But all right, this is going to do it for the stream. Thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Follow me on Twitter, Texans_thoughts. If you aren't already, check out Texans Unfiltered podcast, website, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as well. All that great stuff. I put out content there as well. And we got a great team, a lot of great guys working with us, and it's awesome. So definitely check that out as well. Y'all enjoy your weeks. Enjoy the weekend. And hopefully we get some better news, man. Hopefully we start interviewing some more guys and we can really get this plan into action, and hopefully we repair the relationship with Deshaun Watson. That's going to do it for me. Take care, everyone. And,